Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday the 13th. It is February 13th, 2026. Markets are slightly red after getting a good inflation report, lowest in the last 8 months. Initially had a push up and come down just a little bit. Dow down 10, NASDAQ down 44. S&P futures flat. So I'll be trading the volume runner, Mighty 90, and continuation runner this morning. VIX sitting at 20.97. So one DTE will qualify. I'm gonna give it a few, maybe a few extra minutes just to make sure we're not tanking one way or the other, tanking or ripping out of the gates. And also have Coinbase earnings play that's good. Looks like it's gonna be a nice winner. So I'll show you that. So I'll probably close it, or at least half of it at minimum at the open on this earnings play. Bell's going to ring in about 30 seconds. Hopefully have a nice calm day after the CPI numbers came out. All right, the bell has rung. I'm going to wait and see what kind of initial move we get here before putting on the one DTE. Coinbase moving down right away. It's not really what I wanted to see. So up about 100% on the trade. I'm going to go ahead and close half. All right, closed half of that Coinbase trade. I will see if I can milk out a little bit more coin here. So I'll keep a close eye on it. All right, one DTE. VIX was up at the open. It just went into the red, which is fine. So I'm gonna look at entering a 1 DTE here. All right, just got filled on my 1 DTE, so let me post it. All right, got that posted. Now get my OCO order entered. All right, got the OCO order entered. All right, so first one, let's look for a couple day trades today. Yeah, that's right, Tony. 25% profit or $8 stop. That's correct. Arm pushing up. Just going to keep an eye on coin. If it looks like it wants to flush lower, then I'll exit it. Otherwise, if it kind of hangs out, between 150 and 155, I'll leave it on. See if I can get a little more out of it. Apple pushed down through pre-market lows, now bouncing, and looks like a good short right there, but I need it to come back up. It's already pulled back. I like it. I like how it pushed through pre-market lows, but needs to come up and touch this yesterday's lows for me to get in. S&P coming down to yesterday's lows. Here's my OCO order, Tony. And no bounce out of Apple here. Nvidia coming down. Looks like it might get a... No big volume bar. Kind of seeing the same theme out of the gates here. Pretty nice 25-point drop. 5 minutes. Still going. That is not going to help the 1DTE. Yeah, it's under some major water right now. Man, 1DT's been tough in February. Just too big of moves. That's about ready to get stopped already. Wow. I've never had one even close to being stopped in the first 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes, been about 7 minutes. Slow down, price and IV. VIX up to 21.8. Man, that's wild. Need some theta decay. Apple kind of trying to bounce up here and touch yesterday's lows. Trading the 5 DTE at Apple. Looking at the 257.5 puts. Jump in here, filled at 253 as Apple pushes up to yesterday's low here. Yeah, 1DT is going to get stopped. My goodness. Yeah, it's still a little ways away. But yeah, we're in a market right now that has some big moves at the open. Close half my Apple at 280. Coinbase coming down, so I don't like that either. CoreWeave with a big red bar. Oh, did I do the math wrong, Svetlana? Filled an Apple at 280. You're right. Good catch. Let me fix that. No wonder we're so close to getting stopped. Good catch. Anyway, closed half of my Apple. Close some more at 305. Now, pretty decent bounce. Bounce helped the 1DT quite a bit there. All right, Coinbase bouncing a little bit. That's good. So I'm in Apple. I've already closed half on this downside continuation runner. It popped up here, touched yesterday's low. I got short. I'm looking for it to roll over. ARM taking off. What a bounce in the S&P. My goodness. All right, so Apple, see if it pushes through yesterday's lows. So bounce is helping the 1DTE, but not Apple. Coinbase getting close to the peak of the butterfly. All right, Apple closing it. It's pushed up through yesterday's lows. Filled at 217 in Apple. Small loser. Man, that was some kind of you could have got some really good theta decay if I would have gotten in my 1 DTE just a couple minutes later. Anyway, back to center. NASDAQ and the S&P have gone green. See if anything is pushing up through pre-market highs. AVGO. SMCI. PLTR. MSTR. If MSTR pulls back to yesterday's high, I might get long. It's got to come down, though. Coinbase right in the middle of the peak now. If you look at the analysis tab. So, and you continue. So it's kind of in a spot where you got to decide, do you want to leave it on or you just want to take it off? I mean, any direction, it's going to probably start losing value. So let's just keep my eye on it. Well, back down we come, almost immediately in the red in the first 15 seconds. And AVGO really retreated, came down below pre-market highs. IV all over the place. My goodness. Those 3 DTE options, man, they're all over the place in terms of the IV. Man, look at that. Apple just came all the way back down after ripping up. Sheesh. Netflix pushing through pre-market highs. Looks like it wants to make a move up today. All right, MSTR. Looking at MSTRs, it's pulling back the previous day highs. 7 DTE for MSTR. It's bouncing on me. Come on, come back down. Yeah, I missed it. Darn it. Yep, cancel. Cancel that, MSTR. Yeah, if I would have waited another 3 or 4 minutes, I would have got a much better fill as IV expanded. If Coinbase breaks above pre-market highs, I'll probably close that last contract on that butterfly. Hood up to highs of day. Yeah, Coinbase. Coinbase trying to push back up. I think I'll just go ahead and close that last coin. So it's pushing up to highs of day. Filled at 366. So got a little more out of it. All right, so winning earnings trade in coin. I was due. All right, MSTR coming back down. MSTR, I would trade the 132 calls. 132 calls in MSTR. Filled at 475. 475 in MSTR. Close half at 525. Put MSTR over here. So it's pulling back, touching previous day highs. I want to see a bounce here now. Big down day yesterday, and then we had a really good low inflation report, but indices still in the red. I mean, it's Friday the 13th, right? So probably got to be very careful today trading. VIX trying to get back up to 22. S&P's in about a 50-point range, believe it or not. We have a 63-point expected move left. So that would make sense. Man, IV on that 1 DTE has just really expanded. Like right now would be a much better time to enter the 1 DTE than when I did. Even though, price is still rather centered. Netflix up to highs of day. Oh man, MSTR was pushing. I thought I was going to get up, hit my profit target. It was real close. Need some serious theta to decay here. For my 1 DT to get back into the game. Reminder, President's Day on Monday, so no market open. Bummer. I hate it when the markets are closed. Anybody enter a 1 DTE later than me? MSTR trying to push up for us. Filled at 525 in MSTR. To close half. Close more at 575. Coinbase right above pre-market highs right now. So definitely a nice push up there. Hopefully you get some good theta decay with that then, Ryan. Pretty choppy. I'm going to be patient on my TLC trades today with the VIX being at 20, over 21. Definitely just going to wait and see where is price going to break out of this current range that it's in, and how low or how high will it go. Definitely not getting a push out of the gates. It's just been chop. So I'm not going to enter a TLC trade as long as it's chopping. I want to see it push out one way or the other. MSTR pulling back. Coinbase looks like it wants to just continue higher. Would have been good to get in right there on that pullback right here. I'm kind of bullish today just with the big down move yesterday, plus the good inflation report today. Apple came all the way back down. This is kind of chopping at lows now. ARM had a nice push up, just chopping now. $12.40, nice fill, Ryan. Man, I would have loved to have gotten $12.40. Yeah, Coinbase pushing. So pretty good exit there on that. I think it was Tony or somebody that had a question about exiting those earnings trades. I mean, it's really just everyone's different, right? Um, I mean, you kind of see today, continued push through pre-market highs would have caused us to lose money there. So you just kind of take each one separately. One DTE is back alive. My one DTE is in the green now. Oh, oh yeah. Heck, Ryan, you got to be close to profit target. Jeez, that's amazing. Nicely done. That's the power of those three DTE options, man. When they start decaying, they start decaying. I think I'm around 200 wide on mine, too. MSTR trying to get up here for us. Yeah, looks like price might be looking at breaking out towards the upside. Again, I have an order at 575 to get out of another MSTR. Filled at 575 in MSTR. Get out of another at 625. Price getting rejected at highs. 210 wide is my iron condor for my 3 DTE there. 210 points wide. Love it. Yeah, good point. 4 DTE. That's right. I would still think we'd get some good theta decay on it once price settles down. Circle through highs of day. Coin still going. Core weave up to highs. MSTR up to highs. S&P coming back down, though. It got rejected at highs of day. Circle pushing. S&P, though, still in that choppy phase. Yeah, my 1 DTE's back in the red. See if there's any other news today. I haven't really checked. No, CPI was the only thing today that's scheduled. Coinbase still going. Come on, MSTR. It's time for you to take off. You've been weak for so long. It's time to be a big green day for you. I only have 2 contracts left. This is some choppy stuff right now. Not really seeing many other opportunities for day trades. A lot of chop. I mean, look at Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft. It's all chop. Hood trying to get up through highs of day, though. Pretty much nothing but green out of Hood. I need MSTR to follow here and push up through highs. My next profit target is 625 for MSTR. Let's go, dip buyers. Everything was down big yesterday. Let's go. There we go, MSTR. Start pushing. Up through highs of day. And filled at 630. MSTR. Only got one contract left. So yeah, so this is this MSTR was a continuation runner. You had this bar that pushed up through this key level, yesterday's high, also through it was above pre-market highs. Came back, touched it, got long. But now I don't want it to start retreating with just one contract. Yeah, so TLC, I'm just not gonna enter well prices in this chop zone because we've seen this ball game before where it doesn't push out of the gates, it just chops, but then at some point it breaks either lower or higher. So I am going to wait for that as far as TLC goes. Gonna wait for the breakout and then wait for the consolidation. If I was to do something, who knows how long this chop would last, but if I was to do something, most likely I would do something like an Elmo if I really wanted to place a trade in the chop that I'm seeing right now. It's just lower risk than a TLC trade, but I mean, I'm not going to put one on now, but that would be an alternative. Close my last MSTR at 675. Man, Coinbase just ripping. If I can get one more good push up in MSTR, should hit my profit target. Man, still, I'm not seeing much theta decay here in this one DTE. Let's go. Let's release the theta. MSTR trying to get up to highs. Gotta let the trades come to you. It's all about not forcing trades. Coin still pumping. Circle still pumping. MSTR and Hood still pumping. Come on, MSTR, push. I was looking at Coinbase the other day, and I think it was like last July. It was like at 450 or something like that. It's down all the way to 146 this morning. Wild. It's pretty much why I went bullish in terms of earnings, just because it had been down so much. Okay, so S&P right up to highs. Let's see if it gets rejected or if it can actually break out. Again, no TLCs trade until I can see a breakout and then some chop after the breakout. Nice, Ryan. That is pretty awesome to hit that profit target like that. Oop, I just hit 1,675 in MSTR. I am now out of MSTR. All right. So S&P breaking up the highs. Again, that's why I didn't put on a delta neutral trade. I wanted to see how much this is going to go up, and now that it's broken through highs. One DTE is up 6%. So that's good. So, all right, guys, I'm not going to take another day trade. Nice $605 winner in MSTR. All right, I'm just going to sit tight, see what price does before I enter a TLC trade. I'm going to be patient today. We got a VIX that's, it's down to 20.71, but still. I want to see if we break out up to the upside here, or if it starts to settle back into the chop. But I'm not going to rush TLC today. Be patient. All right, I'll catch everybody later. Look for my first TLC trade. And if you got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We'll see you. Have a great day of trading. We'll talk to you later.